unit. Basically, this question is making sure that you understand what is meant by when you have something like these parentheses here. Okay, remember ionic compounds have to be electrically neutral overall. So we have the barium 2+ cation, and the hydroxide anions, one of our polyatomic anions, is OH-. So it takes 2 of those hydroxide OH- units to balance one barium 2+ cation. So when we have that parentheses there, well, that means we have 2 times the hydroxide. Okay, so in total, we're going to have 1 barium atom, and we're going to have 2 oxygen atoms, and we're going to have 2 hydrogen atoms in that formula unit in total. Okay, so let's just show a few more just to make sure we know what we're doing with this. Okay, all right, so we have tricylamine. Okay, so here, see the parentheses with the little 3 outside? That is telling us that there is 3 repeats of the SiH3 unit. So that means altogether we've got 3 times silicon, and we've got 3 times H3. Okay, that subscript 3 is telling us there's 3 hydrogens bonded to every 1 silicon. So 3 lots of H3 is going to be 9 hydrogens altogether. Okay, so make sure we are happy with counting those. And then we've got 1 nitrogen atom. This is going to be very important when you start calculating what the molecular mass of whole molecules is. So 3 silicons, 9 hydrogens, 1 nitrogen in the tricylamine. All right, one more then, just to make sure we know what we're doing of. Well, that's the same thing. Let's try something else. Ammonium carbonate. This is a great example, okay, of an ionic compound which is all non-metals, right? Nitrogen, hydrogen, carbon, oxygen, all non-metals. Ooh, okay. So I told you, you've got to watch out for that ammonium cation, NH4+. It kind of acts a bit like an alkali metal, a pseudo-alkali metal, because it's about the same size and it has the same charge. So that is a polyatomic cation. Okay, there's not many of those, but the ammonium one is a big one. So ammonium, well, it's small, but you get the idea. It's the polyatomic ammonium cation. Okay, so if we're counting nitrogens and hydrogens and carbons and oxygens, then watch out for these parentheses. Okay, ammonium is +1. The carbonate ion, so that's a polyatomic anion, CO3 subscript 3 superscript 2- is the carbonate anion. So it's going to take 2 ammoniums to counterbalance the -2 charge from 1 carbonate. Okay, so how many nitrogens we have? We have 2 nitrogen atoms. We've got 2 times H4. Okay, so that's going to be 8 total hydrogens, and then we've got 1 carbon, and we've got 3 oxygen. So we were asked for how many hydrogen atoms. There are 8 total hydrogen atoms in ammonium carbonate formula units. All right, so just watch out for those parentheses.